everyone. It is Friday, March the 11th. We've got a little bit of news for you. Still a lot of stuff happening because of the Russia and Ukraine war. That'll be the bulk of the show today. We've also got some stuff coming out of PlayStation as it pertains to systemic sexism, and then a lot of NPD numbers and a couple of game announcements. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let us begin with a story that's going to take a little bit to get to the point, but stay with me, okay? Due to the Russia and Ukraine war, Ukraine's two leading suppliers of neon, which produce about half the world's supply of key ingredients for making chips, okay? They're kind of slowing down. Some 45 to 54% of the world's semiconductor grade neon, which is critical for lasers used to make chips, come from the Ukrainian companies Ingas and Cryoin. According to Reuters calculations based on figures from the company's and market research firm TechNet, the global neon consumption for chip production reached about 540 metric tons last year, TechSet estimates. The stoppage potentially puts a cloud over the worldwide production of chips, which is already in short supply thanks to the coronavirus pandemic. It might get worse. It might get worse. So we'll see what happens with that. That stuff is used, of course, in the production of cell phones, laptops, cars, video game devices, you know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with all that. Also, over in Russia, PlayStation and Humble Bundle have suspended all sales. Both companies put out statements. You can find those on their official media Twitters. Over at PlayStation, 8 more women are accusing the company of systemic sexism. We talked about this back in November of 2021, where there's a class action lawsuit filed against PlayStation alleging, quote, pay disparity, wrongful termination, and other instances of gender-based discrimination at the company's California offices. On Tuesday, March 8th, more statements were filed in support of the case. One such statement by former Sony Interactive Senior Director Mary Harrington said the following. Harrington also said men at Sony would rank female employees by their hotness and pass around filthy jokes and images of women. She also described an instance where an engineer asked her not to wear skirts to work because, quote, it was distracting him, and alleged that male engineers went to strip club during lunch and shared porn with one another. Kotaku has that article, as well as Polygon, I think, broke that right after the recent Sony State of Play. Developing story. Hopefully that stuff gets figured out, and just, you know, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Jumping into NPDs for February 2022, we'll kind of hit the high points here. Spending's down 4% compared year over year. We also had 2 giant launches. Obviously, Elden Ring debuting as the best-selling game of February 2022, as well as 2022 year to date. The launch month sales of Elden Ring were the second highest for any tracked title in the past 12 months, trailing only Call of Duty Vanguard releasing in November 2021. It's doing incredibly well. Elden Ring selling very well. Speaking of other games not named Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West was the second best-selling game of February 2022, also ranking first on the PlayStation platforms, no surprise there. The PS5 version of Horizon Forbidden West set a new launch month record in terms of dollar sales. And then, of course, Total War Warhammer 3, that came out to be the number 5 best-selling game of February, and also ranking second on Steam. A lot of this is probably due to PC Game Pass and the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription services, which allowed for that. What else do we got here? We got top 10 earning games as pertaining to mobile for February. Number 1, Candy Crush Saga. Number 2, Roblox. And number 3, Coin Master. What the hell is Coin Master? Genshin Impact coming in that list as well. So there you go. I guess maybe I added to that. Oh no. Oh no. Ubisoft announced today, earlier this morning, that they became a victim of a cyber attack. They put out a statement over on the Ubisoft website and said, last week, Ubisoft experienced a cybersecurity incident that caused temporary disruption of some of our games, systems, and services. Our IT teams are working with leading external experts to investigate the issue. As a precautionary measure, we initiated a company-wide password reset. Also, we can confirm that all of our games and services are functioning normally, and that this time there is no evidence of any player personal information being accessed or exposed as a byproduct of this incident. Good. Hopefully that nothing crazy was stolen from that. Gamescom 2022 is coming back. Chat, if you missed your gamer funk and your gamer stank, well, get ready. In Cologne, Germany, from August 24th to 28th, you can once get it again. Felix Falk, who's the managing director of the German Trade Association Game and co-organizer of Gamescom, said in an interview that the event will not sell as many tickets as it did in 2019, a record-setting 370,000 for the last time the show was held in person, but it would still be the, quote, world's largest game expo. I wonder if they're going to sell NFTs there. Anyways, they put out a quote that says, so the event is basically the best of two worlds from 2019. It has all the digital parts we developed in the last 2 years. We have COVID measures already in mind, and we basically have 6 months to go. We are looking to the measures that we will have at the end of August. There's still time, but we will decide some things. We are very confident that together, with some measures we already have in place, we can get a really nice Gamescom atmosphere and feeling back. I think also Jeff Keighley tweeted that he'll be doing the opening night live event once again. So that will return and probably be pretty exciting. During the Dead Space Remake live stream, which we watched here on the channel, they mentioned that the game is now targeting early 2023 from its initial time window of October 2022. The dev team is currently working on finishing and polishing up the game. Do you need to go back and watch that dev stream? Maybe. It was focused on audio. They did show a little bit of gameplay. The audio improvements to the game sound very good. But they didn't really show too much. There wasn't an official trailer or anything like that. So it is what it is, I suppose. If that interests you, definitely go check it out. Ran about 40 minutes, 45, maybe 50 minutes. Activision posted on Twitter that they are planning to bring COD Warzone to mobile and that they're currently hiring for it. So if you guys want to go and work on that, by all means. They put out a quote and said, we're creating an all-new AAA mobile experience that will bring the thrilling, fluid, and large-scale action of Call of Duty Warzone to players on the go. Makes a lot of sense with how much money COD Mobile makes for the BR to follow. Speaking of old games, or I guess new old games, Overwatch 2 put out a dev update yesterday in the form of a video, as well as announced that the beta is up. You can sign up for it for the Overwatch 2 PvP beta. It's PC only. Video is about 4.5 minutes long. They said a lot of different stuff. PvP testing is starting this week. The first PvP alpha will be limited to Blizzard employees and pros this coming April. There will be a closed PvP beta with more players. And they also stated and kind of said an interesting fact that with Overwatch 2 launching, it's the most content to be put into the game since the launch of Overwatch, which, yeah, they flat out said that they failed the player base in terms of all the content in there. And they also said that Overwatch 2 will have new content on a regular basis. They mentioned, didn't they mention a couple new heroes or something like that too for the game? New maps and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Overwatch 2. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Ubisoft heard about that though, and they said, wait, we can one-up you. Skull and Bones. You remember that game? That pirate game? Well, apparently that's launched via an insider program. There's a brief explanation of the insider program over at Ubisoft.com, and they said they are inviting carefully selected players to play an early version of our game in real conditions before anyone else. We wouldn't want to invite them to fake conditions, Ubisoft. Meaning for the very first time, members of our insider program get to play Skull and Bones and get a sneak peek at the work our development team has been doing behind the scenes. All right. I'll believe it when I see it, Ubisoft. You fakers. ID at Xbox, which is a program that Microsoft and Xbox use to display indie games. It's coming back this year on Wednesday, March 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific. They'll be featuring updates, new trailers, and gameplay from Finji and Whitethorn, as well as a first game from IM8-Bit's brand new publishing label. In addition to that, all fans will also get a chance to see the latest and hear from the teams working on Shredders, Roblox, and some new games that you might need to tune in for to see. We'll definitely be checking out that stream. That happens right at our stream start next Wednesday. So tune in for that. We'll be covering that. Also, Roblox is not indie. What the fuck? Roblox makes a fuck ton of money. The hell are they talking about? Anyways, weird definition of indie. Konami's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has been downloaded 20 million times. The game's Twitter account released a thank you message as well as a gift for all the players. It states, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has now been downloaded over 20 million times. As a thank you, we're giving away 1,000 gems in-game. Make sure to log in to claim yours. Thank you for playing. Wild. Wild. A little bit more random news here. Square Enix opened up a giant YouTube channel called Square Enix Music. It features a massive, and I think massive might be an understatement, amount of music from all kind of games, with many tracks conveniently sorted into game-by-game playlists such as Final Fantasy, Nier, Legend of Mana, Chrono Trigger. I think that's the first time I've ever said Mana, by the way. I think it's Mana. Chrono Trigger, and a ton of others. Definitely go check that out if you enjoy Square Enix music, as it has a massive, massive database there. Speaking of Square Enix, there's some backlash regarding their Chocobo racing game, as many are comparing it to a free-to-play mobile game. One of the statements by players taken from the Final Fantasy subreddit is as follows. Legitimately had no idea about all this microtransaction crap. Booted up the game, was greeted immediately with in-game currency you buy with money, battle pass to get rewards with 2 tiers, and the entire design making it feel like my Nintendo Switch is a phone. I'm paying $50 for a game or a free-to-play mobile game. Even Halo Infinite didn't make their as atrocious as this. I've not checked it out. Kotaku.com has that full article. I saw some like favorable tweets about that stuff. I didn't necessarily see any issues with it. Definitely do your own research, I guess, but makes sense. I mean, it's a Chocobo racing game, right? Like they're already cashing in to begin with. And then in our random funny bit of news here to close out the day on Friday, Elden Ring speedruns are all the rage right now. I saw there was a run that got under an hour, and then right after that there was another run that got under 40 minutes. So I don't know what the current runtime is, but people are beating that game extraordinarily fast. My playthrough is 85 hours. People are beating it in 40 minutes. Crazy. You even have one player out there on YouTube who's beating Elden Ring using only bananas as a controller. Each banana has a function and is named based on it, such as the jump banana, the dodge banana, the movement banana, and the attack banana. You can find more information over on YouTube, where they talk about the banana controller And it looks a little bit something like this. Just absolutely crazy. He's pretty talented, to be honest. I like the production value too of showing the bananas down below. It's pretty cool. Anyways, you can find more information and watch that full 6-minute video on YouTube. I'll make sure Reggie includes it down below the link. The YouTuber's name, in case you don't see it, is Super Lewis 64 Controller Bender. All right, that's gonna do it for the news. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on Monday for more. We're out of here for now. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.